Test 49, section 4, number 8. One good clue as to which geographical regions an ancient relic was moved through in the past involves the analysis of pollen that clings to the surface of the relic. Wow, that's kind of cool. Um, what about it? A relic is linked to a geographical area by the identification of pollen from plants that are known to have been unique to that area. Oh boy. The skeptic in me is now alerted. I don't see them using that as evidence for any other conclusion. So I'm wondering whether the first sentence is actually their conclusion. Maybe it's the second sentence as evidence for the first. And if that's a fact, then I have to start asking them some questions because I'm not going to just give them their conclusion. I'm always going to think about whether they've actually proven it. And my objection to this whole thing is, doesn't pollen blow around like a lot in the wind? How do you know that the pollen on a particular relic got onto the relic in the geographical region where the pollen was from? How do you know that the pollen didn't blow 1,000 miles and then get on the relic? Um, which one of the following, if true, casts the most doubt on the reliability of the method described above? Yeah, so just be a skeptic as much as possible. You need to be trying to call bullshit on these people because 3/4 of these arguments are outright flawed or incomplete. And you've got to just tune in to, hey, not so fast. I'm not sure that that's actually going to be justified because I'm pretty sure that the answer here is going to be something like pollen blows around thousands of miles in the wind, which would completely destroy their whole plan. A, pollens are often transported from one region to another by wind or human movement. But I mean, yeah, wind is what I was thinking about. And that's going to be the answer. B, there are several less complicated methods of determining the history of the movement of an object than the analysis and identification of pollen. I just don't care because, the fact that there are better methods don't actually disprove the accuracy of this method. Why can't there be multiple methods that work? Sure, there's other simpler ways. Fine. That doesn't cast doubt on the reliability of the pollen thing. C, many types of pollen were common to several geographical regions in the ancient world. Oh boy. Yeah, if I read that first, I would probably like it. But I already read A, and A is just such a devastating weakener. And C, many types of pollen were common to several geographical regions in the ancient world. Yeah, but oh, I see. It's the very last line that makes C wrong. The very last line says a relic is linked to a geographical area by the identification of pollen from plants that are known to have been unique to the area. So you coming in with, well, but there's pine trees everywhere, and there's many regions that have pine trees, so that blows up your whole thing. The argument already has a retort, which is, yeah, we don't use those plants. We're not stupid. If there's a plant that's present everywhere, then we don't use the pollen from that plant. We use the pollen from plants that are known to have been unique to a specific area, which completely defends against C. D says data are scarce as to the geographical distribution of the pollens of many ancient plants. I don't care. They could still be right even with scarce data. E, pollen analysis is a painstaking process that's also expensive. I don't care. Sometimes painstaking, expensive things work. A is the answer because if A is true, then I'm just not sure that this plan even works.